Welcome back, Happy New Year. You are joining me for 30 minutes of lower body only body weight session today. I am Coach Gene. I'm going to be guiding you through actually a jam-packed day. Got a lot of challenging movements. We are going to be doing body weight, but if you do have a dumbbell or a kettlebell, you can use it during the session. Beyond that, as you can see, I have this nice green box or stepping device. You can use a chair at home, any kind of stool. If you have a coffee table, you can use that as well. Beyond that, just some space and water. This is going to be a little different session, just being that it's predominantly focused on the legs. We're going to be using this device the entire session, so please, big thing here is that you have something that you can step up and step down on that's nice and sturdy. So I'll give you some time to get that, and then we'll go ahead and get going. Beyond that, no shoes is always encouraged, but if you want to wear shoes, no big deal. And we are actually going to start, as we sometimes do, on the ground. Okay, so start on the ground. We're going to start in that supine position. Okay, so we're going to start with just a simple, that back nice and flat, trying to tuck our belly button down and make sure that low back is nice and flat. Drive our knee to our chest. Give me a nice knee hug, and then release. Okay, we're going to do this 5 times. The pillar and movement prep is going to be fairly short today, but we're going to get right into a nice heart rate with that TABATA. So 5 on each side, give me that knee hug. Real quick here. Okay, once you're done, let's hike those knees up to 90 position above the belly button. Go ahead and reach that top arm to the ceiling. Okay, and then I want you just to imagine there's a cable from the ceiling to your hand. Pull it into your rib cage. Really rotate, open up that chest, and then drive up. So pull that imaginary cable into the rib cage, and then rotate up. 5 times again. Trying to prepare that spine, that nice pull, and then same thing on the other side. So make sure both of those knees are above the belly button, toes are pointed, reach towards the ceiling, pull that cable from the roof into the rib cage, open up the chest, and repeat 5 times. 4 and 5. Very good. All right, this next movement, DNS Star, something that we've worked on before. If you've ever joined one of my sessions, it's one of my favorites. It really works on total body here. We're working on what we call global movement. So we're trying to work on that internal rotation of the hip, okay, a lot of T-spine, and then we have some stability and structure through the shoulder. All right, so what we're going to do is get into that lateral pillar position, tuck our heels, and now I'm going to do basically a lateral pillar bridge from my knee and my elbow, come up nice and tall. So I have that kind of modified lateral plank, right? And then I'm going to drop my hips to the ground and reach the top hand forward, and then come up. Again, drop hips down. My hips push back to this wall, hand reaches to the opposite side, and then I come up. Now you can throw a couple things in there. You can have the knee separate at the top, and then as well as come up and do a nice reverse fly with the arm. 2 options there to get you going. All right, 5 on each side. Same thing, lateral pillar, come up, reach, bounce up. Okay, so you get in that nice star position with both arms and both legs. I'm dropping and popping up. Once you're done 5, go ahead and stand up. We're going to do one more little stretch here together. We're going to do world's greatest stretch. So with world's greatest stretch, I want you to take a big step out with your left leg. So I have this nice deep lunge position. I'm going to drive my chest down and pretend that I'm going to smell the ground or smell my shoe. So hands are going to drop all the way down. I'm going to get nice and deep with that groin and those adductors, and then I'm going to drive up, rotate, that hand that's on top comes outside the foot, push back for a nice hamstring stretch, and then I meet myself back where I started, and then I bounce back nice and athletic. Repeat on the other side. Right leg comes out, come down, smell the ground or shoe, get as deep as you can, rotate up, top hand outside the foot, come back, hamstring, boom, and I'm just going back and forth. We're only going to do 3 each side, but take your time here. It's not a rush. Do it together. Down deep, rotate up, outside, kick back, boom. So I'm just alternating from leg to leg. This is one of my favorites, especially if I'm looking for maybe a 15-minute workout, or if I'm going to go for a jog or some sprints. I'll just bang out, 5 of these on each side, and I start to feel a little looser. We call it the world's greatest stretch just because it's got kind of everything in it. It's got hips, it's got spine, got a little posterior. Really good. So 3 on each side. Play with that. We've done it before. And then we're going to go into a TABATA. Okay, so our TABATA is going to be 2 movements. We're going to be doing basic jumping jacks, so big arms. So we're going to be moving the arms a little bit. It's not just all moving out the legs. And then the second movement is going to be base rotations or hip turns. So I have my nice base position where my chest is over my knees, and I'm just creating a circle, almost like I'm getting ready to hit a tennis ball back and forth. So I'm ready to react back and forth, doing a jumping jack for 20 seconds. Then you're going to be doing those base rotations for the next movement. We're going to go back and forth. You should be doing 4 of each. It's a little 4-minute, get the heart rate up, okay? Get the blood flowing through the body, and then we're going to go to our first block, okay? So I'll have your timer here. You guys are going to go off me. Here we go. Let's go. I got it right next to the microphone. Let's get started. Jumping jacks are first. Let's go.
3, 2, 1.
Let's go.
Go.
Pop those feet out. Big hands. If you want to tuck your elbows, you can. Or you can go bigger. Doesn't have to be fast.
3, 2, 1. Rest.
Rest. Rest. Exactly what we're going to do. So we got 10 seconds of
3,
rest, and
2,
we're on. Here we go.
1. Go.
Rotate those hips. Sorry about the shoes. Got my basketball shoes on today.
Three, 2, 1. Rest.
Awesome. So when we do those base rotations, we want to keep the upper body
3,
square and just let
2,
the hips turn. Let's go,
1.
jumping jacks.
Go.
You can speed those up. If you want, you can go seal jacks. If you like, you can also just go
3,
imaginary jump rope.
2, 1.
Some kind of bouncing, get all the limbs nice and loose, right? Get your body feeling a little looser, get the heart rate
3, 2, 1. Go.
Let's go base rotations. I'm gonna take it a little slower this time. Notice that when I twist, my upper body is going the opposite direction as my lower half. So a little separation here.
Three, 2, 1. Rest.
Woo. Awesome. Halfway done here, team. Come on, stay with me.
3, 2, 1. Go.
Let's go.
Three, 2, 1. Rest.
Good, stay with me here. We are almost to the end. Okay, after this next hip turn, we're gonna have one more set of bolts.
2, 1. Go.
Let's go. You You can do just baby ones if you want. Reminds me of my
3,
high school days.
2, 1, rest.
When we're playing defense and the shoes squeak, you do the box out. All right, let's go. Let's have some fun. Last round.
2,
Here we go.
1, go.
Jumping jacks. Do some seal jacks. Just bounce if you want. Just keep bouncing.
3, 2, 1, rest.
Last one. Hip turns here. Stay with me.
3, 2, 1, go.
Let's go. Come on. Stay with me. You got it.
3, 2, 1, rest.
And stop. Very good. We are done with the TABATA. We're going to move on to our first block, okay? Let's grab a quick sip of water together. So maybe you missed the beginning, but today we're going to need this stepping device, whether it's a chair, bench, coffee table. A couch might work, but your stability is going to be pretty tough at the top. Our first movement is going to be a reverse lunge to a step up. Okay, simple as that. Let's move this a little closer. Okay, so big step back with my right leg. We're coming down to that nice split squat position, trying to make sure that knee doesn't hit the ground, but just hovering over. And then we're stepping up to the box, pushing up to a standing position, step back down, and then you're right back into the reverse lunge, step up. Good. You want to make it a little harder, step up, come up to a nice hip flexion with that knee flex to 90 position, and then step back down. Okay, so it's a little bit of a dynamic movement there, reverse lunge, step up. Add the hip flexion if you'd like. 5 each side. If you do have some kind of substance that you want to put in your hand, kettlebell, dumbbell, backpack, whatever, okay, you can always throw those things in your hands. Up here in the rack position, maybe you have a backpack you can throw it on. Up to you, okay, if you want to make it more challenging. 5 on each side. I already did 3 on that leg. Okay, I'm going to just continue to do 2 more. Step up, take my time at the top, make sure I'm sturdy, and back down. Okay, same thing on the opposite side. Make sure you're close enough to the box. You don't want to have that big step to the box where I'm trying to reach and then I'm pushing up. Okay, so I want it to be a little bit more smoother transition, almost like I'm stepping up the stairs and skipping a stair while doing that. Maybe you have stairs in your living room. You can use the stairs. This is a great one. Four. 5. Yes. Yeah, working on that gait cycle, working on our marching, our sprinting, jogging. This is a great movement to do if you're out and about. Just grab some stairs, bang out some of those reverse lunges with that step up. Movement number 2, we're going to get into our high split position. All right, so high split is, as we like to talk about, we have that nice line from our nose, our knee, and our toe, all crunched up in a ball, coiled into our hip. Back leg is extended, completely extended here. And then from there, we're going to start with our palms scratching the back of our back. So both hands behind us, big circle. Give me that hand clap above the head, and meet myself back. So I'm just staying in here, holding this position, trying to feel those glutes and hammies fire up, and then the shoulders are moving quite a bit. So if you don't have that kind of shoulder range, just come down to a nice A, or if you're gonna take off forward, and then try to come to a Y. So A, Y, if this does not agree with your shoulders, and we're just doing 5 of each. Give you another view here, just straight on. High split, behind, come out, clap the palms together. All right. 3, 4, and 5. Good. Take a quick rest, and then we're back on with the reverse lunge and the step up. Up to you if you want to add some intensity to it. You can add a little speed. Maybe you're slow and controlled down, and then you're popping up nice and quick. Slow and controlled, and pop. Make sure we're getting the full foot on that surface of your device at home. Okay, we don't want to have any injuries. Be safe. Safety is always number one. And then switch legs. Step back, pop it up. Okay? Last one. Right back into that high split. Now I'll give you another angle here. So with that arm circle, so we're working on that internal rotation right of the shoulder. So what we don't want to do is have that very arched back. We want to have some awareness of our spine. So when we get into that high split, we don't have that super arched back. We have some awareness all the way from our head down to our heel is like a steel rod. Okay, so we're nice and straight, and then we're just moving the shoulders around that shape that we just created, which kind of looks like our acceleration, right? Big thing here is that we really want to have the shape first, and now the shoulders move with it. Switch legs, same thing. Get into our high split, and then let those arms work. You should feel a nice burn. Notice how I'm going nice and slow, as if I was swimming in a nice chocolate pool. So I can't move that slow, or sorry, I can't move that fast. And relax. So I'm going to do 2 sets with you. If you'd like to, you can pause the video here, do an extra set, do an extra 2 sets, totally up to you, or we can move on. We're going to go into block number 2. Alright, to get going on block number 2, we're going to do the same thing. It's going to be 2 sets. Alright, so what I'm going to do is put my left side on whatever you have, chair, coffee table, and then just take a nice baby step away from that device. Okay, but I want to be sure that I can step up into that drop position. So I'm going to take my outside leg, and then I'm just going to hike it up to where I'm going to feel this nice tightness through my glute, where I'm really trying to work on that drop position. So I have this shape here, and then I'm just pushing straight up. And then from there, I'm going to reach my outside and drop it down. Okay, so I'm working on that drop position with the step up. So outside leg comes up, boom, press up, and then I just reach back. So I'm working on those hips. Again, 5 each side. Let's go ahead and give that a try at home. Okay, so step up. Now, you can use as much bounce from the ground as you'd like, as you feel comfortable. Maybe you don't have the strength to just not use any bounce at all. Okay, so totally up to you. I just want you to make sure that you're getting that nice cross angle, and we're starting off basically lateral to whatever you have at home. Okay? And then same thing on the opposite side. Maybe I can do it over here, where, okay, now I'm stepping up, boom, give you another kind of angle here. So cross over, make sure my whole foot is on that box, and I start to feel that burn in the glute. Again, 5 reps, no more. If you have dumbbells, put them on the side, backpack, you can continue to wear that. Use them if you need them. Then we're going to go right into our DNS Star, what we worked on at the beginning of class. That's going to complement that movement pretty nicely. You're going to feel it in the same area. Okay, so remember, we're starting off in that regress lateral pillar plank. Hips go back, arm goes out, 5 each way. Switch it up. Same thing. If you want to add that little flare on it, knees can come apart, hand can come nice and extended out, reach, bounce up. 5 each way, stand it up, repeat. If you want to challenge yourself, bring up the intensity, up, control as slow as possible, down. You're going to feel that hip really start to test that internal rotation. Okay? Boom. So down. So we're creating that nice stability with that knee in front. Don't lose our posture with our gut and our spine. And just keep flowing and moving, making sure that we're under control. The name of the game with all these body weight movements is body control. Good, 5 on each leg. And then let's go ahead right into that DNS Star. Reach. 4 and 5. You want to add some difficulty as well with this. If this is getting a little too easy when you come up, top leg, as you drop back, extend that top leg out. Okay, extend that knee all the way out and then pop up. And then you can also rotate the hand or the palm towards the ceiling. That will also add some difficulty. Great job. Again, 2 rounds, okay, and then we're going to go into our last finisher. It's a bit of a challenge, so if you want to just do 2, no problem. If you want to add another set, go ahead and pause the video now. Alright, so for our last and final movement for the day, it's going to be one big movement. So we're going to have to use, again, whatever structure you have, chair, bench, coffee table. We're going to be doing a rear foot elevated split squat. Now, the kicker here is we're going to be slowing things down. So we're going to have that whole entire leg contracting the entire time using some QUASI isometrics. If you're not familiar with that, We're going to be moving extremely slow. So with the rear foot elevated position, I have one leg out, the other leg is up on that structure, and then I'm just dropping that knee straight to the ground. The kicker here is we're going to be going 30 seconds down, 30 seconds up. Really tough. Now if you get to the position of the bottom where we're still going down, so say you just go down in 10 seconds, then that means you need to hold that down position until we hit that up 30 seconds. You'll see we'll have a timer, and then we'll go back up nice and slow. Okay? Don't cheat yourself here. You're going to get the benefits the slower that you move. 30 seconds down, 30 seconds up, one leg, 30 seconds, then we'll have for rest, and then we're going to switch legs. Just going to repeat that 2 times. Alright, so make sure we're breathing through this entire process, really trying to work on holding that isometrics through that pattern and working on keeping that structure under all that tension. So a minute of tension is going to be tough, it's going to be difficult, so challenge yourself here. If you ever need to stop, take breaks, I totally understand, but instead of doing a huge metabolic, we're going to work on some strength here, okay? So let's give it a try. I got my timer ready. Get to your position, step out.
3, 2, 1, go.
Let's go. Nice and slow. Slow, 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 under control. We're halfway through. Come on, you should be moving in super slow-mo. If you've already gotten to the bottom position, just hold it. It's going to be just as tough on the way up. Let's go. 5 seconds.
3, 2, 1, go.
Go. Come on, charge up. If you're feeling a little bit of shaking now, that's a good thing. 10 seconds in. We're halfway here. Remember, we want to finish at a standing position. Slowly creeping up. 6 seconds left.
3, 2, 1, rest.
Good. We're resting for 30 seconds, remember? Rest for 30 seconds, and then we're going to work on the other leg. Pretty challenging, especially on the way up. Okay, so I started to feel a little bit shaky there. Make sure that we're keeping our structure, especially with our foot position. So make sure that foot is staying flat on the ground. And we're switching to the other leg. Okay, so I'm going off my right leg now. Let's go.
3, 2, 1, go.
Let's go. Charge down. Make sure you're trying to indent that foot into the sand. Have some fun here, team. Have some fun. A little different here. I'm switching it up for a reason.
Three, 2, 1,
and up.
go.
Let's go. Come on, go. Go, go, go. Charge that foot to the floor. Just over halfway. We got 10 more seconds. Come on, get to that standing position. 6, 5, 4,
3, 2, 1, rest.
Awesome. Make sure we get to that standing position. Don't leave that knee flexed. Okay? Starting to feel maybe the quads start to blow up a little bit. Shake it out. We have one more round on each side. Alright? Challenging stuff here. If you want to use some weights, you can. This is one movement where I would suggest really focusing on the shape and trying to accomplish just with body weight. Okay?
3, 2, 1, go.
Let's get it. Left leg's getting some work here. Just focus on control here. It's almost like a yoga pattern. You need to breathe. Focus on the breath. Getting through those patterns. Breathing, breathing, breathing.
3, 2,
uncomfortable.
1, go.
So just settle in. Just know that you're going to be here for 30 seconds. We're moving up now. So challenging on the way up. So challenging. Come on. Best you got here. Dig deep. Halfway through.
Three, 2, 1, rest.
Awesome. Last set here with that right leg. Nothing fancy. We're just working on being nice and slow and controlled, contracting that muscle for a full minute. That full minute going through the pattern. Instead of staying still, we're using those QUASI ISOs, okay?
3, 2, 1, go.
Let's roll. We're just over halfway. I've already gone a little too fast. I'm just going to stay down here though. Okay, so I'm going to stay down here if I've gone too fast and really feel that contraction.
3, 2, 1, go.
Drive up. Drive. Come on. You might feel some shaking going on. That muscle is really firing here. Come on, halfway. Ten seconds.
3, 2, 1, rest.
And rest, team. We are done with that portion here. Awesome job. Challenging stuff. If you want to add, you can do that with a squat. Okay, you can do that with a hinge position. You can do that with that inverted hamstring. Okay, you can do that with the glute bridge. Slowing things down, having that nice long contraction through the pattern is going to be really challenging but very beneficial. Now we're going to get into some regeneration, kickstart that recovery with the lower half, working on a little bit more with the front part of our leg, that quad and hip flexor, the one that we all struggle with because we're just in a generation, in a world now that we're sitting a lot, we're inside, we have to work from home. So if you're like me, I struggle a lot with this anterior part of my body. So let's go ahead and join me. Let's try to loosen that up. Okay. So biggest thing here, we're going to start in a half kneeling position as we always do. But what I want to challenge you with now is driving your knee into the ground, okay, and flexing your glute. So now that straightens me up, so I have a nice direct line. Okay, and then I'm just going to try to sit upright, correct my posture. And once I feel everything contracted here, this continues to stay nice and tight. I'm just going to very gently raise that same arm up and reach nice and high. And then from there, I'm going to put the dinner plate on my palm and then get a little bit more. And then if I really want to get some more, I am gently leaning to the side. So opening that up, holding, lengthening, and then relaxing. We're only going to do that whole process twice. Okay, so really contract, knee goes down, slow arm raise, plate on the hand, and open up. 2 on each side. Okay. Same thing opposite side. I can't overemphasize enough keeping this glute tight. Okay, that is going to allow that front part of my leg or that hip flexor, TFL, all that to open up. The arm is just a bonus. Make sure that glute stays tight. So let's go. Let's go ahead and charge that knee down. Charge that glute. Okay. Get to that nice shelf. And reach nice and slow. Come back down. Okay, if you're struggling with maybe some back pain, or maybe you need to get some hip flexion to be able to run with, maybe you have some knee pain that can derive from the top of the hip or the quad, okay? So opening this up has tons of benefits. Then we're just gonna go right to that chair that you already have at home and do the same thing, okay? We're gonna try to get the shin somewhat vertical. You get comfortable here. And the same thing here, we want to charge the knee down, we want to flex the glute. You can already feel when you start to flex the glute, that's going to really open up and lengthen that quad and that hip flexor. Okay, but from here I'm going to have my imaginary tables in front of me. So I'm going to drive my fists out, and I'm just going to rotate over this front knee. So I'm going to open up, get nice and long, and then come back. Now once I come back, I'm going to go the other way. So I'm just going back and forth here. Again, you can go 2 of each. Come up, start to feel that hip. Feels a little bit better. I'm going to try to save these stretches for when your body is nice and warm. Good. All right, team. That is all I have for you today. Big mahalo for joining me for that first lower body session. Hope you guys had fun. Please reach out to us if you have any questions. We'd love to hear from you. And I'll see you guys all next time.